India problem is obese and also diabetic.
And they don't know about it till this
They don't know, yes.
At what age do the Japanese people go for their first screening test?
22?
22? Why is the company screening at 22?
This is actually government rule. Every year I have to go. If I don't go, company will punish me.
In India, people wait to fall sick at any age, then go to doctor. Is there statistical data showing an improvement over the last 3-4 decades?
Yes. If you come to Japan, you don't see much fat people.
In your personal health screening, was there anything that made you change your lifestyle behavior?
In the Nura screening, I could find H. pylori. H. pylori is a cause of cancer. Like now, you have to take medicine. Your kidney will be damaged in future. And then I asked him how long I have to take medicine. He said lifetime. I said, what?
Did you know there is a region in Japan where the oldest person has known to live up to nearly 117 years, and this is called the blue zone. What's truly fascinating is that these individuals are living active lives well into their hundreds without being confined to hospital beds. Today, we'll uncover their secrets with the help of our exceptional guest, Masaharu Morito from Japan. In today's episode, he reveals Japanese secrets for longevity, including the importance of traditional Japanese diets, regular health screenings, the role of social networks called moai, and the concept of ikigai or sense of purpose. Now watch this episode till the end if you want to uncover these unknown Japanese secrets to a long and healthy life. So I'm really excited because my guest has flown in all the way from Japan, and he's here to talk to me about the health screening philosophy in Japan and his firm who have brought healthcare screening to India. Please help me welcome Morita-san.
Hello.
It's really nice to have you today. So
Thank you.
how was your flight?
Oh, it's a long flight. Around 10 hours from Japan. Yeah.
And you have been in Japan.
Yeah.
You worked across the world. And the reason I decided to invite you in here today was to ask you about Japanese, the culture, and also your company. But as a nutritionist, I want to start first about food.
Okay.
Right? Have you had your breakfast?
Yeah.
What was for breakfast?
Indian food.
Wow, so you love Indian food?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Is there anything in Japanese culture that your parents or your grandparents talk about when it comes to food?
Yeah, we eat as much as, of course, we like. But basically, our culture said like hara hachibunme.
Hara
hachibunme.
Bume. Okay.
Hara hachibunme is saying like stop to eat. My stomach fill 80%. Don't exceed more than 80%, 100%, 20%, 120%. Then it will be like become fat and become full and become lazy. So 80% stop, keep, maintain health nicely.
And when do you learn this?
I don't exactly remember.
They
but
teach you in the company or
no,
the doctor tells you?
No, basically in the home. Yeah, my father, mother, grandfather. Culture, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, to educate for young kids to stop by eat 80%. So
I think another thing that Japan brings to us is the very large sumo wrestler.
Yes.
So that sumo wrestler eats more.
That is like special training, special eating training is there.
Eating
training. Every day, 5, 6, 7 times eat and sleep soon. So 2 hours like sleep and eat, again sleep. So and with muscle training.
Wonderful.
So it's to become big. Yeah, scientists. Yeah.
They say that Japan, whilst you have the sumo wrestlers who are very powerful, you also have the karate people, you have the samurai warrior, you have Japan having health spas, you have Japan having a lot of health screenings. Why does the Japanese government and the Japanese people, and why is it there in Japanese culture that health screening is very important?
So basically, health screening started in the wartime in Japan. At that time, Japanese government wanted to make all people healthier. So at that time, TB, tuberculosis spread it. So all the time to find at early stage to remove or to treat. So this was the original start. But after that, change the culture one by one. For example, like after that, it's a cancer because country become aging. So cancer screening is becoming important. And after that, so many people become rich and eat more. So then more heart attack and diabetic, this kind of happen. So that's why like lifestyle screening start. So it's like a long history around 70 years.
So lifestyle screening is not only happening for your generation, it has been happening for your father's generation also.
Yes. Cancer screening start my father's generation. Lifestyle disease start from my generation. I'm age now 42.
Okay.
So this start around 30 years ago.
So tell me something. At what age do the Japanese people go for their first screening test?
22.
22.
When I joined the company, then start. This is a company
I'm
obligation.
not able to understand what is that Japanese philosophy. In India, people wait to fall sick at any age and go to doctor. So why is the company screening at 22?
This is actually government rule. So Japanese government has an obligation. Everybody employee have to be in health screening. So when I joined the company at 22 years old, every year I have to go. If I don't go, company will punish me. I have to go. So
I do not want to understand how company will punish you, but we will leave that for the next podcast.
Right.
But India, if you're listening in, the company says you should go for screening. Government insists with the company, please screen your employee for their health. So this is mostly lifestyle disease screening, correct?
Lifestyle and cancer screening.
Okay. And are there, has this helped Japan have lower segment of the population having diabetes, hypertension, cancer? Is there statistical data showing an improvement over the last 3-4 decades?
Yes, it's drastically. For example, like my father's age, my father's young time, at that time, like many fat people were there. But like nowadays, it's not much see fat people. If you come to Japan, you don't see much fat people.
I have seen that. There are no, when you watch films and documentary, I'm looking in the station, the zebra crossing, Tokyo Street, 5 intersection, you're like, I looking. Oh, no fat people.
Yeah, everybody same style, same suit.
Do Japanese people go to the gym?
Yes, we go. But more than that is eating habit is controlled and the exercise also controlled.
Okay, so you're saying that the screening also at very young age gives you the awareness that, oh, there is a weight gain, there is a blood pressure, there is some cholesterol. So in your personal health screening, was there anything that made you change your lifestyle behavior?
Yeah. For example, when I joined the company by 22 years old, we every year take screening. Then definitely some carb is there. So when I joined the company, 68, 69 kilo. But after the certain time, I become gross, and reached to 80.
You were 80 kg.
80 kilo.
Whoa.
And age at 35. At that time, every year, doctor alerted me. You have to reduce, weight reduce. And at the same time...
This doctor in Dubai, other part of the world, or in Japan?
In Japan.
So the Japanese culture, Japanese doctor, all the time telling you have to reduce weight.
Exactly.
You have to reduce weight.
Exactly. So he alerted many times.
How does the doctor in Japanese tell you? Very kindly, or he's taking and verbally punching you?
Nicely.
Nicely. Okay.
So then, he alerted, and on the same time, my uric acid also grows with
Are you a biology student?
No, I'm a businessman.
So suddenly the awareness is coming. Oh, there is something called uric acid.
Yeah, exactly. This is I didn't know uric acid. What is this? But doctor told me you are here, but now your weight is here, and uric acid also followed. So now you become 7.5. Basically, like average is 5 or 6. More than 7 is dangerous. I become 7, 8, and then doctor said like now you have to take medicine to reduce uric acid. Otherwise, your kidney will be damaged in future. And then I asked him how long I have to take medicine. He said lifetime. I said, what? In the age of 35, I have no problem at all, my feeling. But he said, like, a lifetime, you have to take medicine. I said, wait, doctor, I don't want. But he said, no. That's why I'm saying to reduce your weight. With your reduced weight, then your uric acid will go down and your kidney will be protected. I said, okay, doctor. But he didn't believe me because he alerted many times, but I didn't take action. But after that, I take action. So from 80 kilo, 78, 75, now around 72. So then the uric acid will go down. And doctor said, good job. Keep your main weight at this level. Then you are healthy. So that's why I'm like now. But before I was a bit fat actually. If I go like that, my kidney damage, maybe heart attack comes, diabetic happen. So this is the way Japanese people is controlled health. So this is the affection. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, you are with Nura in India, and what inspired Fujifilm, a very large company, to get into this venture of healthcare, and obviously AI being added to healthcare screening? Can you tell us a little bit about how this idea started? What was the story? Did it start in Japan? And now that you've come to India, what's the whole business vision and plan?
Yeah. So actually, I considered fairness. What means fairness is I'm Japanese. When I was in Dubai, I spent 7 years in Dubai. At that time, annually I go back to Japan for annual health checkup screening, but only for Japanese. So my employee, Indian, African, Middle East person, European person,
No health screening.
no health screening.
Ah, so democracy of health screening was not there.
Not, yes,
Also, awareness is not there.
not.
But Japanese are aware because doctors always
Yeah,
telling you.
I have to go back.
Huh.
So I get like this kind of advice, and then I become slim and so on. But like my teacher, Indian guy actually, Mr. Subin, he said like you are lucky. You are because Japanese, you are maintained. But for Indian, no. For Middle East, no. It's like unfair. I said unfair. Unfair. It's not my problem, but I could feel, yes, like I hired them, I invite them, so I have to maintain their health as well. And especially he said he want to give this kind of screening for his mother because mother getting age, but it's not available. Then I thought it's one of the mission for us to do that. And actually I knock with the Ministry of Health in each country. Let's do the health screening. This is country obligation. Country have to do that.
Yes, correct. The government is responsible for the people's health.
Yes. In Japan, it happened. So I brought them to Japan to understand everything. But unfortunately, everybody busy to make a hospital. It's not for the screening center for healthy people. So that's why, okay, why not us to do that by ourselves? So we made screening center by ourselves to show everyone, and everybody follow this culture. So I'm not expecting we continuously alone like that. No, once we start, everybody follow, and then everybody will do that. Then culture will be created. So this is our aim.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point, creating the culture. In fact, somebody asked me once that, oh, you are a celebrity nutritionist and only people with cash can come and spend on diet. And then I thought to myself, there was a recent research survey in India where the Indian population was spending 3 rupees 80 paisa on fruit, 3 rupees 80 paisa on vegetable, 10 rupees 80 paisa on processed foods and beverages. So India is a great government. They have banned smoking in public places. So they want to take care of us. They know that smoking is injurious to health. Putting the warning, if you go on the theater, if you go on television, they're making them put that sign over there. But when we are eating, there is no warning. When we're checking our weight, there is no warning.
This is culture.
So it is a culture that we need to change. So does Nura have any name specifics, any specifics to the name that Fuji chose Nura, or does it mean anything?
Yeah, actually, the Nura is we make a mixed name. So it's a new era. It's and
new
also
era.
new radiology.
New radiology.
And
Okay.
also Nura is one of the way. It's like we call it light. So it's like if we put the light, then like we can show the inside of the our body. And if shadow is there, then we can catch this shadow to treat it. So
So Morita-san, we're talking about Japanese culture, and we know that Fuji Films has been in medical equipment since 1936.
Yeah.
And now you'll have gone with this Nura initiative of healthcare screening across the world, and you're bringing in AI and the Fujifilm medical pedigree. So tell me a little bit more about how it happened and what was the story.
So basically, Fujifilm is a film company. Photography film, X-ray film.
Okay.
So from that time, we start X-ray film.
Okay.
Fujifilm changed X-ray film to the digitized. This is world first in the 1980 around. And then we made digital system, health digital system. And then automatically came this AI, this kind of things coming in the technology. Why AI start? Because, for example, like annual health checkup, health screening, we need to for 100 people. Sick people is only 1 or 2. So health professional can focus 1 or 2 basically, if in the hospital. But we are doing health screening for 100 people. It's not possible everybody to
manually to see every report.
Exactly. And also Japan now start to reduce population, getting age.
Okay.
So somehow we need to manage. So that's why AI came in. So doctor and AI supported doctor from good sensitivity point of view, and also like a work efficient standpoint. So Fujifilm made IT technology, healthcare IT, and on top of that AI, and we implemented in the Japanese market. So this is a good asset for Fujifilm. So we brought this concept to the India and other countries. So originally, automatically this AI and IT came in. So this is AI embedded like screening.
You know, when we take care of our health, there is something known as Maslow's law of hierarchy. And it talks about when you have enough of money, your bread, butter, shelter, clothes taken care of, then you think of health. So more evolved economies will take care of health screening. Any reason why Fuji Films and Nura decided to enter into India and work with the Indian population and bring this culture of health screening?
Yeah, of course, one of the reasons is India is nowadays biggest population country in the world. So everybody focusing India, definitely. But as I said, Mr. Subin, he is Indian. So that's why I wanted to support his country as well. But actually, we just entered in India, but not only India. India, and also now we started in Vietnam, Hanoi, and Mongolia, and Uzbekistan, Dubai, Saudi. It's in a plan. So this year we will expand everywhere. So India was just first country. Yeah.
So Morita-san, I remember you entered India first in Bangalore, my city.
Yeah.
And I was one of the first people to go and get the testing. And I was a little skeptical. CT scan from Japan, radiation, I was a little concerned. So let's enable my fans and viewers in terms of, is there any danger, or the screening actually gives you crystal ball gazing into your future? And how is it safe?
Actually, CT, everybody knows high radiation is not good for the body. But we made it very ultra low dose CT, which makes like no affection of the human body.
Okay.
So by technology, we made it. So it's compared to normal CT, 97% less radiation.
97% lesser.
So only 3% of radiation we are using, which is same as normal 1 X-ray. So we made it safe, number one. Why we did this effort? Because CT can find only early stage of the cancer, for example, in the lung. In Japan, like historically, like we are doing X-ray, chest X-ray. Chest X-ray, for example, TB is okay, we can find. But small cancer, we cannot find it, unfortunately. So we are doing Japan annual screening for the lung, but survival rate is still only 30%. this is number one in the world. US 20%, UK 20%, India, unfortunately, 3% on survival rate.
If you have lung cancer.
Exactly.
So that's why you're saying screen early, low radiation CT is the only thing that can capture it.
Exactly. So this we tested in the globally, and then if we do lung cancer screening by CT, ultra-low-dose CT, survival rate is more than 80%. So this is evidence basis. So we need to use CT, but how we can use CT safely? This was our challenge. And also CT mean X-ray is one image. CT is 1,000 image. Doctor's time is, of course, it take more time. So it will be expensive, high radiation. It was very difficult. But we made AI to make it faster, and we made it low radiation. So we mixed. So this is actually, we made a technology. So this technology come to India very fast. So this is like innovation. Yeah.
I remember when I did my first screening, and what I liked about Nura's report was you did my head to toe. Every system in the body, the blood test, the oral cancer screening, the gut cancer screening, and for my wife, you did the ovarian cancer screening and the mammogram screening. And it was very interesting because for the first time in my life, after college, somebody give me report card. Morita-san, I got a B for my blood pressure. Can you imagine? Nutritionist getting B for blood pressure. So my thinking is now, next year I go back, I get an A.
Oh.
So I think healthcare screening with the whole complexity is about bringing you an awareness. But let's dive a little bit deeper into this whole experience. So you're talking about low radiation CT, but it's essential to find any anomalies. So that is the screening.
Yeah.
Right? What age do you feel in India we should start screening?
Age?
Yes. You said Japan is 22, you started because company said.
Yeah.
But what is your advice?
My advice is saying same as Japan if possible, but people's health will be changed when 30, 35 is changing time, getting weight, and some some problem comes. 35, 30. So around this timing is like mandatory to start, but earlier is possible, is better.
You know, sometimes I tell people, let's go to Nura, do the screening. You are in Bangalore. Which other cities in India?
Mumbai, Hyderabad, Gurgaon, yes.
Okay. So what is unique about Nura as compared to, let's say, my other Indian hospitals that are also doing health screening?
Nura, normally health screening center, people feel not, do you like health screening center, basically?
No, I get very scared.
Yes,
because
right?
in the same kidney scan, there is a patient waiting for dialysis.
Exactly.
And that nurse is treating me like a patient.
Right.
But I'm not a patient.
Scared.
Scared.
And also uncomfortable. So, and also like a long time, like 5 hours, 6 hours. No fun. Do you want to pay and do you want to go where is no fun as a human? No. Human want to come in nice place and enjoy. For this, want to pay. So it's a Nura we made as like a Disneyland.
It's actually Disneyland, by the way. I went in for my health checkup and I was out in 1 hour 34 minutes. Now, Nura says 2 hours for the whole checkup, but it was zip, 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 zip. And like, I was not in a waiting room thinking, oh, I have to do this test. Oh, I have to do this test. Oh, how much time for the next test? Oh, I'm waiting. Oh, he came after me. How come he's going before me? My mind was like on a train, just clockwork. And beautiful music.
Right.
Lovely green tea.
Yeah.
So that was a great experience. So I think what's different for you is that you're making it a Disney World-like experience. They can't control the outcome, right?
Yes.
Your health screening is in your hands. But I think Nura gives you a report card.
Yes.
Right? Can you tell me a little bit about, like I did the visceral fat, right? I come to Japan, no fat people. We very rarely see fat people, only sumo wrestler. That is sport, right? So is it because you do the DEXA scan and the visceral fat screening? How has this been an experience for your data coming out of India? Are the Indians aware of visceral fat? And when they become aware of visceral fat, what is their reactions?
For example, basically, people doesn't know the word of visceral fat, and inside of the body, never see. We showed inside of your belly how much visceral fat you have, and we just show. This is normally like that. You are like that. So of course, if too much, it cause heart attack, cause diabetic. So you have to reduce this image to be like that. So people can understand easily. So image is saying everything. So we don't need to make people scared or something. We just say, you are like that, better to reduce. Automatically people will reduce. So for example, like Fujifilm India people, we did the screening first year. So 77% of people was obese.
77%.
Yeah. Visceral fat is like a threshold is 100. But like 78%, 77% of people is more than that, the obese area. But next year, 68% of people could reduce it. I asked them, why, how you could reduce it? They said first, before nobody said reduce weight, reduce eat. But Nura told us. And also Nura show us the image, visceral fat. I was scared. I was surprised. So I want to reduce it. So he take action by himself to reduce it. So with this reduce the visceral fat, automatically cholesterol, sugar, everything will become better. So Nura is like not only find something, it's find and show. And people will take action by himself, self-motivation. So this is an important point. As you see, blood pressure is high. Okay, reduce more. So this is
Yeah, I did a lot of
real
breathing
beauty.
and all. But this is very interesting that the employees did the visceral fat. They did not know what is visceral fat. They were able to see what is visceral fat. They were able to know that beyond 100 centimeters is too much visceral fat, lower it down. But when, let's say we build this as a culture, does this exist in Japan is my question. See, you did your first test at 22 and doctor then at 30 said uric acid high, bring down, bring down, bring down. Are there people who also don't listen? Because I want to know when we, in my country of India, I want to know that 1.3 billion people have to be healthy. Rich or poor, health screening should be a must. But there will be two types of people. Oh, I know my BP is high. Oh, I know my uric acid is high. Oh, I know my visceral fat is high. And then there will be some people, it's okay, visceral fat is okay. So in Japan, are there people like that? Or how do I, see, Japanese have experience. So what can we learn from that part? How do we scare people or how do we motivate people?
I think it's a continuous follow-up is important. So for example, me, I didn't reduce the weight.
Okay.
Doctor alerted continuously. And one day reach certain level and then he punished me to give medicine, like you are being like that. So continuous follow-up is very important, I think.
I think I hear you because what could happen is like I have a lot of clients who come for diet plan, nutrition plan, and they've been with me 5, 6, 7 years. Initially, I put them weighing scale. This is your weight. This is your fat percentage. Reduce, 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 reduce. I do blood test also. Reduce, reduce, reduce. But one day they get some pain, some BP, fainting, or have to go to hospital. And then doctor puts the gun to the head. You have to reduce. Do you think the Indian doctors should, like my family doctor, should they tell normal people, please go and do your health screening? In Japan, do the doctors ask you to do health screening or only the companies do the health screening?
Basically, everybody in employee, so everybody have to go. After retire of 60 years old, government support health screening. For example, my father and mother is now age 79, 78. So government is bring the bus to the near my house, so they can go free screening. So everybody have to go screening is a culture. And also everybody be healthy, reduce the weight. This is a culture. So it's not like one shot or something. I think it's in India, once understand this kind of health screening is important and reduce the weight is important, hara hachibunme is important. Everybody start to talk to each other. This is a start of the culture, I think. So that's why I want to bring as much as possible Nura to everywhere in the world, not only India. So then everybody takes screening. Everybody understand this kind of things. And everybody talk. This will be the start of the culture. So this is what I aim.
So in the Fuji film team, the culture, everyone reduced the visceral fat after the first year. Why you reduced the visceral fat? What are the other statistics that you could have seen among the Indian population if you observed or that you can share with us that I need to make India aware of?
Actually, India problem is obese and also diabetic. So many people is already diabetic or
And they don't know about it till the
They
screening.
don't know, yes.
And are we finding this in the companies that are coming to you using Nura as a screening, where they're bringing younger people, like you say 30, 35. So I will send people voluntary, meaning they're spending their own money to go and do the health screening. Maybe their company is not aware, or the company doesn't have the facility, or whatever reason. But the people which are testing in the company, are you finding youngsters also? Youngsters means the new software engineers, Bangalore City, we are the entrepreneurs, business people, office workers. India's a growing country now. Companies are booming, so we're hiring more people. So 20 to 30, are you finding people who are having screening healthcare problems?
Actually, it's even young, too much belly, the visceral fat inside. And like a diabetic, not that much in a younger age. But yeah, it's mostly like visceral fat is common. So once reduce the visceral fat, everything will be in the control range. Diabetic also will be control range. So basically, the dieting, health control, this is an important point, I think. Yeah. And also one point, for example, I also had one experience. In India, I could find like H. pylori. In the Nura screening, I could find H. pylori by myself. And then I go back to Japan and doctor confirm, yes, you have H. pylori inside of the stomach. And then H. pylori is a cause of cancer. So doctor requests me to take, I will give medicine, so you kill H. pylori.
So
then
3 weeks dose of antibiotic.
in Japan, only one week.
Only 1 week.
Only 1 week. And I take medication, and then H. pylori is killed completely. So doctor said, congratulations, Morita-san, you will never get stomach cancer anymore. I'm happy. Okay, I'm free from the stomach cancer. So this is also in H. pylori. Also, it's many people has in India. So we have to kill.
Who decides what health screening to do in Nura? Do you have one doctor or you have a team of scientists? How has the whole process started?
Basically, it's everything. This trend come from Japan.
Okay.
Whatever we are doing in Japan, we are bringing. Plus, like innovation, like CT basis, and for example, imaging and immediately explain everything. So basically, it's Japan plus this kind of innovation plus, for example, like oral cancer is important in India. So many people has oral cancer because of like tobacco chewing.
Yeah, chewing, yes.
Yeah, but it's not happening in Japan. So we added this kind of things.
Understood. So you see what is the lifestyle of that country, and maybe that screening is required. In every place, I don't know about Japan, but in India, people say, I don't want to know. I better not know. No, I don't want to know any screening. What is your advice to them? Because see, in Japan, they are making it mandatory for a healthier country. Lesser expense on the government for the surgeries or any issues that happen. So when somebody says, I don't want to know, as a Japanese person, you speak as a Japanese person and tell India why you should do screening. And those who are saying, no, I don't want to screen, it is better not to know. What should we tell them? What should I tell them?
Health screening is not to identify the cancer or identify the problem. We can map where you are, basically. So your health is going where? You don't know sometimes. But we can show you are here. So you reduce to change the road in nice way or not. If you have some blockage already, to remove this blockage. So it's, for example, like a cancer is no more death disease in Japan because we can find always by stage 1. So just remove the cancer, then it will be healthy. So cancer is not death.
So Morita-san, you know, I sit in the nutrition clinic and I tell my client, why don't you do an annual screening health check? No, Mr. Ryan, I do not want to do health screening check. Now, Japanese culture, please do health screening check. What would be your advice as a Japanese person to Indians on, I don't want to do health screening?
Basically, people want to know where you are by yourself. In health, you don't know by yourself where you are. But once do the screening, basically we can show where you are. You are going right direction or you are going in different direction. Nura is not only to find the disease. We can correct the way prior, before disease happen. So this is how we can do that. Always we can identify the annually by annual screening, and then from last year become better or not, and corrected or not. We can guide to lead a healthier life. So this is important for screening.
Sometimes I've had some of my clients also come in and say that I think the test is not correct, because what happens is they go out and then do further health screening and doctor says thumbs up, no problem. So I'll share my story with you. My wife and me did the Nura test, and for the women you do the ovarian screening. So there was a little bit of a C score, A, B, C, D. So she got C. So I am scratching my head and thinking, okay, what do we do? So the doctor Nura says, go meet a good gynecologist. So we went to meet the good gynecologist. She says, oh, this screening is there. Okay, you do this test, do this test. So we went to the hospital, did everything. They did further screening and then came back, oh, 0 is there. But then that doctor asked, why are you doing this? So we said, we want to know. No, you don't need to know. So now here's an interesting thing. In India, we need to understand this clearly, the difference between Japanese culture and Indian culture. And I'm not saying our culture in India is wrong. All I'm saying is that when you do screening, you know the roadmap, like Morita-san has said. It's like saying, I have to come to your house in Tokyo. Morita-san, I'm coming to your house. You don't give me any map. No Google map, no nothing. I don't know how to reach your house. Testing is like a roadmap. You know the direction to take. If the direction is bad, you can get off that road. Direction is good, continue on that road. So with my wife, we went one step further. I asked for the genetic test for the cancer markers and BRCA1, BRCA2 gene test. We did that test and the test came clear. So touch wood, the roadmap was given to us, which we will never discover. But get this, my mother-in-law is a gynecologist, doctor. So she's like, who told you to do this test? So I think I want to make culturally India aware that testing is not questioning the doctor. Testing is only telling the doctor, hey doctor, could I be your best friend not at 60 years of age, but every year I come and see you at 35 years of age. and you be my best friend who catches me by the collar and says, you got to see, start behaving yourself well. So any other interesting snippets from Nura that you have from technology or experiences now being almost a year and a half, 2 years in India?
From technology wise?
From technology or even patients, what is the success or any? My success is there. I got B in blood pressure, it came to A this year. Okay, and now this year my cholesterol went up to B. So now I'm like, oh, I can't eat this fatty food, I can't eat this. So do you have successes like that either in technology or discoveries or statistics that you can share with us?
We already did around 50,000 screening.
50,000 screening.
50,000 screening. So definitely maybe around 1,000 of life we protected. But not only number, But for example, like again, my teacher, Mr. Subin, he came last year. 2 years ago, calcium was little bit calcium, no problem, and he eat it, no problem. But last year, this year he came, calcium grows, and then he's scared. And then last week I met with him. He doesn't eat biryani. He will eat some, but stop in a certain time and reduce weight. So this is for my most important person. He start be healthier. And for example, my partner, Dr. Kashim. Dr. Kashim also is now, for yesterday, I said go into dinner. And then I eat everything. Everybody eat everything. But Dr. Kashim stop sometimes. He didn't eat parota.
Paratha, yes.
And I asked him, why you don't eat? He said, I have to reduce. I have to control. So definitely we are like protecting many lives for future. So this is, I think, impact.
So we are in Gurgaon, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. How can I book an appointment at Nura? What's the process?
Yeah, Nura.in is our website, and then you can call directly, or you can book from the website. So it's easily find the location and book the slot. Then people can come.
And which days of the week are you open?
365 days.
You're open 300. Yeah, we're a big population, so you got to fulfill a lot of things. So 365 days, and what time to what time? I'm a busy executive. I don't have time to get up in the morning and go. I've got my office. I'm working with America time. So what time to what time are you open?
From 8 to 5. Okay. 8 to 6, I think. It's like this time is opening. Yeah.
And it just takes 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I got VIP service, I think. So it is 2 hours for me,
or
2 hours for everybody.
Everybody. It's important. In Japan, for example, we go in the morning time, screening, and come back to office. Or 3 o'clock, 3 p.m., I have to go screening center, 5 p.m., finish, and go back to home. So it's like not like a full day off or something. It's a 2 hour. That's it.
So a follow-up question is, okay, I'm going, I can go to office and everything. Do I need to go in empty stomach, fasted state, or we can go to Nura at any time?
Yeah, Nura is not required any fasting. So anytime people can come, anytime. And with eat food, it's no problem. So it's like everybody can come freely anytime. Yeah.
In fact, somebody asked me this question, like, isn't it better that I go to Nura on a fasted state? And I said, no, look, this screening is for the first level of a test. And if we find something in that, then we do further test in fasted state or subsequent tests. So I don't think you need to really be fasted for a health screening test. But if you're looking to find a disease, say like diabetes or high lipid profiles, then you may want to do a 12-hour fasted state. But at the end of the day, if you're taking the day off from the office, book your appointment first thing in the morning is my advice. But if your boss is not giving you leave, you know your body is the most expensive real estate, then make sure you finish your office hours, ask for early leave that day, and go and get your Nura test done, even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So another question is, where can I go to book a test?
Yeah. So Nura is like digital, in the digital space, everything can do. So you go nura.in, then you can find the telephone number, or you can book, you can select the location, and then select the time, and then people can go.
So India, at the 4 centers of Nura, currently, you will get a special gift from me. Go down into the descriptor below and find my clickable link, which will give you a discount coupon code. Fill in that form, and trust me, from my desk, you will take care of your health at a better rate. Now, coming back to some of my last questions. Morita-san, what are the future developments or future enhancements that we can expect from Nura?
Yeah, so Nura is, as I said, lifestyle disease and cancer screening. So this is now current situation. But we will start with locomotive syndrome. Locomotive syndrome is a quite important topic for the aging people. So like sometimes lay down. This is like because of the muscle, because of the bone health. So this is also we will include in future. And also, it's a dietary activity. Also, hope we can work together. And the plus, like we will work in the regenerative medicine as well. So this new regenerative medicine can help for the people the more healthier.
Awesome. We talked about Nura in depth and how you can book an appointment and what's the importance of Nura health screening. But for those who can't imagine, could you quickly walk me through? Is once I booked an appointment at Nura and you said, "Oh yes, Mr. Ryan Fernando, please come to Nura at 9 o'clock in the morning." What can I expect? Could you walk me through the Nura process?
Okay. So once you will come to Nura, and then our guest relation executive is waiting. So we don't call you as patient because you're a guest. So our guest relation executive welcome you and give you a coffee and fill the form and then start the screening. Once like a QR code will come is check-in like airport, and once go up and then to change the clothes and then like a Japanese like a kimono style, it's a very comfortable screening wear. And then I go to blood test, ECG, eye test, ear test, CT, everything go back and then finish. And then around 1 hour, it's 1 hour and a half, test will finish. And then go back to the to change the clothes and go down, and doctor is waiting. And doctor will explain everything by imaging basis. This is your heart. This is your kidney. This is your liver. You never see inside of your body. It's very interesting. It's first time you can see your heart visibly. So you can enjoy a lot. Sometimes people will come with family, wife, husband. So everybody can enjoy. And after screening, we will give you report immediately by paper and the digital, so people can go back to home. So this is our workflow.
In fact, it's very interesting that you talked about you can see inside. I remember when I did my first Nura test about 2 years ago when you first launched, and it showed I'd got a severe cold about a month prior, and it was there for 3 weeks. So I could see in my lungs, and the doctor explained the full capillary network or alveoli in the lungs, and I could see like 20% of my lungs had taken a royal beating. And so that visual image, when I'm on the treadmill or I'm doing rowing, I'm like, lungs get better, lungs get better. So I'm breathing deeper, right? So when we know we can see visceral fat or some reading or have a scorecard, I think human behavior changes. Very interesting is that can old people also do the Nura screening?
Yeah, sometimes the people said age itself is a make disease because like maybe in a different way. It's a if new car basically is no problem, but if 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, if we use, then car some has some trouble and the problem comes. So basically, it's better to clean up and then like maintain. So the higher age people is actually is more required for this kind of maintenance.
Beyond Nura, Japanese are famous for so many things. What do you do, Morita-san, for good health? Besides Nura screening and listening to your doctor, is there anything unique from your Japanese culture that you do as an individual that your parents have taught you about? Do you drink matcha tea?
Matcha tea? But my father and mother work a lot.
Okay.
Always work. So that's why they are big healthy. So even like a bit some knee pain comes or like a leg pain comes, but with tube exercise, make muscle more strong, and then treat and work. So I think this is a very important to do the exercise. Plus, of course, eat less, and also matcha tea. Also every day, my father, I think 5, 6 drink this cup he is drinking. So I think maybe this is also one of the important point. Yeah.
And Japanese food has a lot of seaweed in it. Nori. It has nori, seafood. And do you think that's part also as that, you have sushi and you have all of these things are very portion controlled.
Yeah.
So is it part of Japanese culture to overeat?
Maybe.
Like if I come to Japan and I say, Morita-san, I want to eat 25 pieces of sushi. Would Japanese do that?
No.
Only sumo wrestlers.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think, do restaurants serve smaller portions or serve big portions?
Smaller portion. Basically, we will serve small.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's not much eat. So it's slowly eat small portion. That's why I think we can feel like stomach sufficient.
Okay.
So with small portion, I think this is important. And also, as you said, it's the nori. We call it wakame. Wakame is what? It's a seaweed.
Seaweed.
So this we eat seaweed a lot with miso soup inside. I think this. I heard that this is very good for the health, but unfortunately in India not much. So that's why like a thyroid problem is happened. Is like my Japanese friend. Several people start to say like thyroid is like some problem. But after that, they brought a lot of wakame seaweed from Japan, and they eat all the time. Then recovered.
And this friend is Japanese.
Japanese guy, yes.
Oh, so he was not living in Japan.
Yeah, he is based in India.
Ah.
But several people say the same things.
So basically, screening is one that can tell you have a nutritional deficiency, thyroid deficiency, and then changing your food is another way. So Japanese do believe in eating healthy, eating less, and doing a lot of health screening.
Right.
Morito-san, I love Japanese culture so much that I even learned how to eat with chopsticks. So I find that very unique. And you know what? I know why you're slim. Because it's so difficult to eat 50 grains of rice with one chopstick. In India, we take the hand. I can take so much of rice.
True.
In Japan, you take only this much of rice. Yeah. But speaking of Japan, how is it? Is Japan, Okinawa, longevity, people live till old age? Or hustle bustle, most populated city in the world, Tokyo? What is it like for a Japanese youngster? And what is it for a Japanese elderly person?
So, for example, like my grandfather and my grandmother, they lived till 96 years old.
But they were in bed when they're 96?
No.
Full healthy?
No, full healthy.
How?
Actually, for example, like my grandmother, always like moving. So, for example, to make some food for the kids, not kids, like grandkids, and even she go field to make like a watermelon. So whenever we go there, and she bring like a big watermelon, I made like that, and like so it's very active actually. So my grandfather also he was like a lawyer before, not judge. So he always like reads a book, and whenever I go, read the book and walk around. It's active actually. So I think this active walk around move. So this is I think one of the important to make longevity. I think.
Also, we see that when I look at videos of Tokyo, like good cars, tall skyscrapers, billboards, but also people in the crossing. So in the cities, is there anything that you see in Japanese culture that you don't see in other parts of the world?
It's a busy city. Everybody walk like run.
So do people have, is it expensive to own a car in Tokyo?
No, everybody has a car basically. But in daytime, we cannot use a car because too much population. And the company also not allowed to come office by car. Not allowed. Everybody use train.
Is it true that some of the trains, the station is inside the building, the basement of the building, and you go up and you're in your office directly?
Yes. Many. It's like everybody have to use train. So once wake up, prepare, and go to my train station by bicycle.
Where you keep the bicycle?
In a station.
Nobody takes your cycle?
We have organized parking there.
Parking there. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then like after that, go to train and go to the office, and I think without any exercise, I'm stepping around 6,000 steps every day.
So the city forces you to do movement.
Right.
Okay. And lunchtime, do Japanese people take lunch break?
Yeah, we take lunch break, but it depends on the people. But we have in food court in the office,
Okay.
and it's everything mentioned calorie. For example, this menu, this much calorie. This
Oh.
menu, this much
So
calorie.
like screening of your food.
Yeah. It's 800 kilocalorie. This chicken is 700 kilocalorie. This rice, big rice, 200. This small rice, 120. This small healthy rice is 80 kilocalorie. So I put take 80 and small like a fish. It's not fried fish. It's a steamed fish. Okay, this is a 200 kilocalorie.
Steamed
And
fish, huh?
yeah,
Not fried
steamed fish. Yeah, steamed fish. Miso soup and small healthy rice and even vegetable. Several vegetable. This vegetable is like with like a potato is 150 kilocalorie. This is only 20 kilocalorie.
So
I take this and then pack. So basically, I try to make it inside of 500 kilocalorie in office. So I eat and go back. So it's basically because I know how much kilocalorie I can spend, around 2,500 kilocalorie in a day. So it should be in less. So it's controlled.
wow, that's amazing. In the Japanese culture, you have tea ceremonies, right? And you said that your father drinks matcha tea
Yeah.
4-5 times a day. I, as a nutritionist, know that matcha tea has very high antioxidants. So basically, research has shown that matcha tea is very good for eye health. So it'd be very interesting to look into Nura records of scanning in Japan, because cataract, I think in Japan will be the lowest and India will be the highest, because we have high cholesterol food, high fat food, no antioxidants. So that's very interesting. But holidays, what do Japanese do for holidays? Is there a concept of spas, or you go into the springs where the water is there? So is that
Sauna.
Sauna, yes. And health springs and all,
Health
is
springs.
that part of Japanese culture?
Yeah, it's very much. For example, in my weekend, basically, I love to work. So even 24 hours I can work. So end of the week, also I'm working. But it's sometimes, okay, it's tired. Okay, let's go jogging. And then in the night time, basically after kids prepare everything, then I go hot spring. Inside of city, many hot spring is there.
Okay.
So take hot spring and then like around 2 hours, go sauna and sweat and go water, cold water, and then hot spring again, sauna. So
In one night.
in one night, every week I go.
And you go hot and cold.
Hot and cold, 3-4 times basically.
No wonder your skin is so good.
So then become healthy. So it's like sauna and hot spring is one of the good culture.
So final question, Morita-san. Favorite Indian foods?
I like paradise.
Oh, you like parathas? Okay.
Parota and paradise. Biryani.
So that means Nura in Hyderabad is really working well, because they're always calling Morita-san to Hyderabad, and then he's like, paradise for me.
Yes.
So Morita-san, Japanese culture, amazing. Health screening, amazing. I love it. How do we share this message with the world, and what is your expansion plans with Nura across the world? Can we expect more screening centers?
Yeah. So now we have 4 centers in India and Japan, Vietnam, Mongolia, and we are opening now in the Dubai and Saudi, Uzbekistan, and we are planning Egypt, South Africa, Kenya. So we will go everywhere in the world. So my commitment to my chairman is we will make 10,000 screening center in the world. So we will support for 100 million of life per year. So this is our mission and vision. So I don't know when we can reach, but in a lifetime we will reach it. So
I think this is a very, very noble mission, and 100 million people. I think I will help you in India for 100 million people, because we need to
globally.
make, yes, we need to make people much more healthier. So, Morita-san, this has been an amazing podcast. I laughed a lot. I learned a little bit about Japanese culture. And I promise you, we're going to do another podcast. And the next time, we're going to be cycling together and doing that hot and cold sauna together.
Right.
So I look forward to doing that podcast in Japan.
Sure.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this far. It's been an amazing episode, and I'm so grateful to have you till the end. If you like this video, please share this video with your loved ones. Better still, gift me a subscribe, a like, or even a comment, and we'll come back to you.